Where'd I put it?
And we are live. I'm sorry, good people. We were talking about music in the Hangout a moment ago, and John feels that something is or isn't. Well, actually, he said something isn't punk, where I said something is. And we got bogged down in that a bit, so I'm too late with starting. I am very sorry.
Not too late. Just
It's 2 minutes too late.
differently on time.
Differently on time. Yes. It's kind of like how you can be... No, fuck that. It's still too late. 2 minutes is too late. If you get to the train stations 2 minutes after the train left, guess what? You have to wait. You were too late.
And if you watch Honey Badger Radio, 2 minutes after the scheduled time is early.
Fair enough. But that's Honey Badger Radio. We like to do things better.
Well spotted, Michael.
Vjauwe counter upset from 8 to 5. Yeah, we've
Six
got
now.
We've got 6, 5. It's hi there, dog of Sinop. So you were one of the lurkers then. And now we've got 4 viewers. It's very interesting. So
which is good when there's more than 4 already in the chat. We've got Michael, Paolo, Ludicrous Nick, and Diogenes. That's 5.
Well,
not including you and me.
Yeah. I assume. Well, you should be included as well. I mean, I assume it's not counting me as it's my stream.
Oh, it will. It'll count you because you've got the. Oh shit! Who left? Show. Of course, I'll show it. Of course, on here, everyone's not a moderator.
Oh right. Well, Michael, did you want to become moderator again?
Don't trigger him. Don't trigger him.
Might as well.
And it was Paolo who said it.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking.
No, you
Michael.
asked Michael.
I know. There's a good reason for it. Paolo and Dog of Sinop, you should be moderators as well, by the way. Okay, so Michael doesn't want to be a moderator. I don't know why.
No. I consider my shock. Michael doesn't like being a moderator because some arseholes on Honey Badger Radio chat picked on him.
What, for being a moderator?
When he was a moderator, Honey Badger Radio, he just happened to ban a couple of trolls. Okay, other moderators. And
well, other moderators, there you have it then.
Well, I think that's the ultimate use of power.
I think, Paolo, when it comes to who moderates the moderators, the buck stops with me.
Yeah. Yes.
So
we are back to an autocracy.
So
I did not, you lying shit. I'm the one who stood up for you.
See, I don't go to other streams as often. Maybe I should. Maybe get my name out there as well. But anyway, Dog, you should be Dog of Sinop. I so dislike the fact that you have so many different names. Anyway, you should be a moderator too now. Renovatio, you got your wrench back. Paolo, you got your wrench back. Being a moderator is a big responsibility. Well, not on this channel, it isn't. It just shows you're a regular. Though I wouldn't mind replacing a graphite nuclear reactor. Now let's check how good I am as a moderator. Well, listen, as long as you don't kick people, I don't mind. So now you are a moderator as well. It's easy to be deficient. I have never moderated anyone, and I somehow am a mod on several channels. Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's more of a sign of recognition.
No, but some of them
for time served.
Some of them are random. It's like, how the fuck? I go to a channel I don't go to often. I go, how the fuck am I a moderator here?
Well, What now, Michael? You said now let's check how good I am as a moderator. So let's check.
Only after replacing graphite rods in a nuclear reactor. He was quite specific.
Well, though I wouldn't mind replacing a graphite rock in a nuclear reactor, now let's check how good I am as a moderator. After a comma, which means everything before that can be ignored.
And wrench me now.
Oh, all right then.
See, you're too soft. I'd have made him suffer. But then Michael's convinced I don't like him anyway. So having perpetually cast me as someone who hates him, I would actually make him suffer. So I think that's only fair.
No, I don't want to make Michael suffer. I like Michael.
Yeah, I like Michael and I don't want to make him suffer. But if he's going to besmirch my name constantly, then it is my duty.
Don't do cardiac arrest, Redovat Show. It's bad for your health. Graphite rods are moderators in reaction. Well, I want to become a moderator in there, not here.
Well, you go live inside a nuclear reactor, Michael. I don't give you
then.
long. Don't give you long, okay?
Hey, that's not
generally.
That's not true. You can live long in a nuclear. How do you call it?
Not facility, the reactor.
Oh right. Well, I mean, as long as it's not running.
No. In the reactor at several thousand or 100,000, whatever it is, degrees.
Misery look. Well, Michael, all these people want to see you become one of them.
Yeah.
What do you say, mate? Hey, take one for the team and all that.
Well, we are. Well, sorry.
We will let you in.
I cannot speak for Modwain, but I am an egalitarian, so I treat everyone equally badly.
That is true.
That is true.
Anyway, welcome everyone. So the way I'm looking at it now is we're going to do the Wednesday stream back on Modwain's, and we still might do Old Farts Saturday on SOT for the time being. Because in all fairness, we started SOT channel.
No, he did.
Well, I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I argued against it. I'm just saying.
Fair enough. But the idea was to create a live streaming channel and normal channel. But lots of people have advised me to do the live streaming back on Modwain. So all right then. So now I am doing this one back on this channel. Gives this channel more views and all that. Who knows? Maybe this channel will actually grow. I mean, it should start growing sooner or later. It's too late. I'm marked for life. I can accept the consequences of being a stream regular. Well, you are a regular, and you're more than welcome to that as well, Nick. Come on.
Yeah.
You make it sound like it's a bad thing to be appreciated for your how do you call it?
Trusted. No, trusted.
Well, trusted too. Yeah, there you go. 8 views
I
again.
was not for it, Michael. Just ask Modwain. He told you I wasn't for it.
Most people weren't for it. It was my own idea. And Hyder Anxious.
He just set it up.
Yeah, and then we said
After
okay.
I suggested that if you wanted to do it, you should just set it up. But that was merely being logical.
Yeah. In all fairness, I still... I'm not sure if I'm going to close SOT. Well, if I'm going to close. If I'm going to stop using SOT. But... As a bunch of people basically told me, well, but I mean, all those views going to SOT aren't going to your channel, which is true. And the longer my channel remains unable to be monetized, the more YouTube can do to make sure that I don't grow. Which is funny, because even if I am monetized, I won't grow, because everything I make will probably be demonetized the very moment I look. Anyway. So, Hyder Anxious, how's the rain going? I've been told it's raining in Australia now. Then again, Australia's big, so what do I know?
Well, it was sunny when she did her last live stream. Not long ago. Was it the weekend?
Well, I don't think it'll rain all week.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's not
England.
Sunny.
I'm just saying it was sunny when she did her last live stream. She was in a park, and there was sunshine.
I am. He doesn't give them out to just anyone. Well,
all you have to do is come to the stream.
True that. Well, no. In all fairness,
and be irregular.
But there was a guy not too long ago who wanted a ranch, and I can't even remember his name.
Well, he'd been here for 5 minutes. He'd been here for 5 minutes.
That was really funny. Okay.
And he's asking for a wrench, and it's like,
Yes. Not bad. Hopefully get some more so the moisture penetrates the ground properly. Fair enough. How are the fires doing, by the way? See, now, that's the thing. I should have checked out all this stuff. Because I'm curious about the system in Australia. Because, well, Australia's going to shit hens because of climate change. And it'll not rain before April. Which, once again, is proven to be wrong. See, that's the thing with the whole climate change nonsense. And I was actually going to talk about this a little bit. Where is it? Where did I put that article? Here I put it. This is an article. I'm going to share it with you people. Haha. Let me see how it works. I should be able to. Come on, you silly little bugger. There you go. Non-consensual renting sounds terrible. Right. Fires are mostly out. Well, that's good. That's good. Anyway, so this is an article that Paolo shared with us on my Discord, and I'm very pleased with it. I'm really... I've read it, and there's one thing that's basically said it all to me, and I'm hoping to confine it because I obviously hadn't planned on showing this article, but... okay, here we go. I think it's this part. Holland is one of the researchers. The discrepancy calls parts of the climate models into question. Modeling groups from around the world collaborate on the coupled model intercompassion project phase 5, which simulates Earth climate and predicts how it will change in the near future. World leaders and policymakers rely on it to decide how much countries should limit carbon emission, known to cause some aspect of the climate change. But almost all of the Sim 5 models produce a decrease in Antarctic ice sea. Holland said, there is a problem in the bit that reproduces the last 30 years of sea ice variability. Holland was searching for data to improve and verify his own models of the trend in Antarctica when he noticed that the other researchers were finding that the trends varied in strength and in the difference of seasons. And if we then continue with the last bit, most studies on Antarctic sea ice trends focus on changes in ice extent. For Holland, it was more important to look at how fast the ice was growing or shrinking from season to seasons. Changes in climate forcing directly affect the rate of ice growth, he said, not the amount of ice. Year-to-year cooling in autumn, for example, may cause faster ice growth during autumn, but not necessarily an increase of the amount of autumn ice. But
why do we care?
Well, because what he's saying here is their predictive models were wrong.
Well, of course they're wrong.
But that's the thing, though. All of them have continuously been wrong. But here we finally have someone actually admitting it. See?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a video on this one.
Just remember, my two mortal sins, my two, what's the word? Cardinal sins. generalization and extrapolation. Stop extrapolating, people. Just want to say that.
Well, I'm still going to say this one, though. Back to my original
No, I'm just saying, but this is why all their models are wrong. They extrapolate. And extrapolation doesn't work.
Well, but they don't admit that it doesn't work. So that's the funny thing. Here, we finally have an article by someone who admits that his model doesn't work. So now it's not climate deniers, whatever that means. No, it's the very researcher himself who's like, wait a second, everything points out that this should happen, but it doesn't. And that's interesting. It kind of shows that all those climate change realists might have a point. In fairness, giving me a legal qualification was like giving a toddler a bomb belt with a hair trigger detonator. Sure, it'll be a grand, as the Irish say. And yet they continue to use them, those... yeah.
What?
What?
No, your connection to me on the Hangout just blipped.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it might not be your fault. It might be
nothing I know.
my fault, or it might be the interwebs.
Google, yeah.
No, the interwebs.
Well, Paolo, it kind of does seem that as soon as they have problems with the global warming narrative, everything has to fall in line with the narrative, reality be damned.
Well, they're making reality illegal in just about every other sphere. So why not climate?
That's true. And as you may have noticed, I uploaded a video, I think yesterday, about the bullshit that happened in Volkmarsen, Germany, where a dude drove his car into a procession of carnival people. Oh, hi there. Hi, the Pixie. First time here and everyone is yelling. I'm quite enjoying it. Well, we do try to make fun of things.
It's my thing. Everyone has to have a thing. Mine is yelling.
Yes, and not listening. That's a very good one.
No. That's not my
See?
thing.
There you go.
No, I did listen. I listened to you say I don't listen.
No. Anyway, so I was talking about Volkmarsen. Volkmarsen is...
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. Can I just quickly... So I'd listened to Stefan Molyneux, his debate with Vosch. And Stefan Molyneux explained to Vosch he interrupts a lot to stop people going off topic. And I thought, bingo, someone gets it.
You interrupt a lot to go off topic, though, so it's not really the same thing.
No.
Well, you are welcome, Heidi Pixie. If there's something you want to say, feel free to say it. We do not really censor. And hi there, Green Badger Outdoors.
Though, Heidi Pixie, I've got to wonder, because we've already got a leprechaun, you're not going to get into a speciesist fight here.
Well, pixies and
leprechauns... No,
leprechauns...
I mean, we've got a pixie and a leprechaun.
I know, but pixie and leprechauns go well together.
Okay, if you say so. I'm just being a little on the cautious side.
I mean, it's the wee little free man we got to be careful about. Anyway, so trying to talk...
The what? Wee little free man?
Yeah. John Zammert. What, you don't know the wee little free man? Did I never tell you about my most favourite of writers?
Terry Pratchett.
Terry Pratchett.
You have told me ad nauseum about.
Who wrote about the Nee McFaggle. Or...
Okay, I don't think I've got to that
The
one
Wee
yet.
Little Free Man. I'm a little Ewok by nature and trade. Well, I'll sure to not ask about that one. Anyway, because I really wanted to say something about the Volkmarsen incident. I'll not call it a terror attack because we're not supposed to know who done it.
Do we know? Was it an ethnic German of European descent?
It probably was. but I'm still not sure. I know his first name was Maurice, and his...
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean much. His last name starts with a P, and he lived together with his sister in a house rented... Oh, sorry, not just his sister, and his grandma. So, boy, girl, grandma in a rented house.
Okay.
The video I made was not so much to say it must have been a Muslim. Maybe it sounded like that, but that's not the point I was making.
Well, let me see.
No. Let me finish. The video I made was to talk about how the German police and politicians talked about, well, it's a German national, which can mean anything. But here's the worst part about it: there have been 2 people arrested who have filmed the incident and made that public.
And so they've been arrested for filming it and making it public.
And they have been arrested for filming it and making it public. Now these
well,
people
that's Germany for you in the 21st century.
Yeah, but how incredibly totalitarian. I mean,
that's
they
Germany
were there.
For you.
They were witnesses.
That's Germany for you in the 21st century.
Yeah, well.
How totalitarian. Oh, we have an ex-Stasi as Chancellor.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk?
You can only announce it as a terror attack if the perp was white. Yeah, maybe he was white. We don't know.
No, to be fair, they do call Allahu Akbars terrorists in the UK.
Well,
but they just say, even though it's a terror incident, it's not his fault, he was mentally ill.
Yeah. Well, but, I mean, to be a Muslim, I guess one has to be. I don't know. Who am I to disagree?
You might say that I could not possibly comment.
No, it's not me saying. I'm merely agreeing with our government overlords. I mean, if they say that whenever they do, Muslims do something, it's because they are mentally disabled, then, well, however, who am I to disagree? Anyway, so, yeah, the whole how do you call it? The whole thing in Volkmarsen, it's still a shit show. The guy still hasn't spoken to the police. This is what I read today, because he's still unconscious because he got damaged from that incident himself. The police arrested him because everyone wanted to lynch him, though I'm not quite sure if they...
That's weird. No. Okay, so I'm reading the BBC and it says, he was injured, but he... Oh, no, sorry. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, go on then.
No, I was misreading.
Okay.
My mistake.
Well, we know it's a he. But this is a story I've been told, or rather not been told, this is what I read. He lived with his grandmother, his sister, in a rented house. He just lost his job. He probably may have made a call out that he would be in the newspaper soon. So we're talking about someone with a mental deficiency, let's call it that. So it doesn't have to be religiously... I'm sorry, Ludicrous. I don't understand. There's a difference between LARPer and reenactment. Of course there is. I've done both. I like to do LARP. I haven't done it for, over 20 years.
Or there is the use of LARPer to mean someone taking the piss on the internet.
How is that a LARPer?
They're playing a role, and it's just a funny word that works as a metaphor.
Oh, all right then. So, yeah.
It's people pretending to have views they don't really have in order to wind people up. You could call it trolling, but sometimes it's LARPing.
Oh, right. I would call that trolling, though. LARPing to me is running around in leotards in the forest.
I don't want that mental image, thank you.
Well, I never wore leotards. I always played as either a Viking or a genuine one, so...
Yeah, I know, but you said for you it's running around in leotards.
Well, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed how many LARPers are spandexed up.
I wouldn't. I would not at all.
Michael, they tend not to around here. Brown Asians have been in the UK longer, so it's just the go.
to term. Brown Asians are mostly really nice people. I mean, I have so much respect for Hindus and Sikhs and things.
Well, there's
never met a Sikh I didn't really like. They're always lovely people.
Yeah.
Just don't go to war with them because they're deadly warriors. That's all.
Well,
anyway, you said British. Sorry, you said that they'd arrested 2 people for releasing a video.
For releasing the video, yeah.
But it says here the police have set up an online forum thingy for people to submit videos.
Yes. And funny enough, I haven't seen that, so I don't think it's open. So it might that you can drop stuff there, but it's not to share with the general public.
No. It just said set up a portal for people to submit pictures and videos.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's for the police.
Yeah.
But since when was news? Since when was news what? Well, there are Tamils, Nick's Radio. There are Tamils and lots of other little groups in India. They're not all the same.
Oh, right.
There are many ethnicities, tens of languages, and they're culturally very diverse. It's just that what happens is you get this simplification. Oh, the Indians. Well, there's a reason they split after independence, and then the further reason that the 2 Islamic split from each other later than that.
Yeah. So we had East and West Pakistan, but now we don't. We only have Pakistan and Bangladesh.
Yeah.
They were one.
Not only. I wouldn't say only.
Well, fair enough. Oh, sorry, guys. Oi, oi, oi. I'd love to see the BBC scream in agony when an Asian be publicly offended by Arabs being called Asians.
Well, they are Asians.
Not all of them.
No, Arabs, okay, are from Arabia. Arabia is in Asia. If they're from North Africa, they're not Arabs. They're North African.
That's not really true.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but you have Arabs that live in other places than Asia. And one could argue whether the Middle East is indeed Asia. Or should it be the Middle East?
No, it is in Asia. I'm sorry. The Asian landmass has long been identified, starting at the Dardanelles.
Yes, but by that accounting, I mean, it's the Eurasian landmass.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Asia starts at the Dardanelles, which is Anatolia, which is Turkey.
Okay. Let me see. Can I see this? Come on, you stupid website. It's the Eurasian network. The Eurasian continent.
Yeah, because you go from Asia into Europe. But the boundary for Asia is generally considered the Dardanelles in Turkey and the Ural Mountains in Russia.
Okay. All right then. Oh, sorry. It's easy to distract these two from that topic. Yes. Well, it depends. Sometimes
well, we
have a real topic, and then we try. Today we didn't have a real topic anyway.
No.
That are fighting again. That happens quite often, Heidi.
I actually wanted to talk about.
Yes, old fight and old fight.
No, the twatter.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can. Oh.
Because our great friend Toxic Threads, who sadly could not be with us today because she's at the dentist, was kicked off of the twatter sometime Sunday night, Monday morning, Utah time.
Normally we have this Wednesday stream on SOT streams, anxious. But I'm going to do the Wednesday stream back on Modwain, where it used to be,
What's the topic?
Modwain's House of Fun. So yeah, that is the difference. Hi there, Real Raven. There's no real topic though. There was 3 things I wanted to mention.
Let me ask, what's the topic? It's a chocolate bar with hazelnuts in it.
All right. And one of them I already did, which is the unexpected eye thingy, where one of the researchers had to admit, like, oh, right, well, we can't really predict global warming because our models don't work. The second one was what I just talked about on the guy in Germany, the guy who drove his car into a carnival procession. No one got killed, but a lot of people got hurt. And did I have a third thing that I might want to talk about? I can't remember. Any of you guys on Skype? No, I'm not on Skype. Well, I am, but not now.
I'm on Skype.
Why? Do you want to join Real Raven?
And Real Raven knows I'm on Skype.
He's too tired to stream, but can't be fucking polite. And that's.
But for Politica, sat the moment.
Yeah, that's.
Too tired to type as well.
I think you need to redo your English.
He's a German. Come on.
Then do it in German, but that at least makes sense. So there is that. I can't bully the elderly here in the UK. They're a protected characteristic. Well, I don't protect John. That's a waste of time.
I know, I'm not elderly. I'm still 2 years to my bus pass.
Should you not have given Heidi a wrench by now? No, it's her first time here. If she comes more often, she'll get a wrench. I'm not going to give wrenches to first timers.
It's a gift.
Yeah, but not for first timers. Come on.
No, I'm just saying.
Let her pop a cherry. I assume Heidi is a her, by the way. I don't know. I don't care. But still.
We took down ships with spears.
That's a long time ago. Oh, right. Yeah, Ewoks one. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Didn't go along with the role play there. My bad.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just that the thumbnail for tonight was a Viking longship. So it was a little bit confusing.
True that. I just put SOT streams up now, though. Nobody responded to that. Don't fight over me. There. Don't worry about that.
No, we fight over everything.
We fight over everything.
Merely.
You're just the current bauble. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're just the current mechanism.
I'm probably doing some more editing. Okay. Cool. I fixed the conservatory roof with my daughter's boyfriend. Today. Wouldn't it be better to use, I don't know, shingles and wood?
No, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like his daughter dating, and so he'd rather attach her boyfriend to the roof. Maybe he just fits the crack perfectly.
Sometimes we're just too silly. You didn't push him off. Oh, sorry, Anxious.
No. Because if it's her daughter's boyfriend, he's not gay, and so doesn't get thrown off the roof.
Fair enough.
And he's not in Iraq. Okay, that's another factor. But if he was in Iraq and he was a gay, then you get thrown off the roof.
Yeah. There is that. That's okay. I didn't ask for a wrench. I'm happy just watch. Well, the wrench will come. As you may have noticed, everyone but Michael has a wrench.
And Michael...
And he doesn't want one.
Demanded to have his removed.
So on average, everyone here gets a wrench, and it makes talking a lot easier. But since it's your first time, I mean, yeah.
It just means we have to okay it every time you say something rude. If that's your thing.
We usually okay it anyway because we don't care. So yeah, I mean, if you want to say fuck or something like that, unless you're Australian, because then you can't say fuck. You have to say, what was the Australian word again? Anxious. I forgot.
Oh, I missed that.
Anxious.
What, an Australian doesn't say fuck. I don't believe you.
No, they do, but I mean, not in the same way as an Englishman does.
Well, considering they greet their mates with "hello, cunt."
Well, cunt. That's a good word.
I don't think they use any words.
All right. If you keep treating your daughter's boyfriend like that, she'll never move out. She kind of hasn't moved out. She's actually studying, just back because she got a project placement nearby. All right then. And Haida still. So it's wrench no states. Well, Green. Most people here have a wrench because when you become a regular, it's kind of.
Well, it just cuts down on our having to moderate the.
Yeah, that's basically it, because we are rather free speech absolutist. So we don't care. Now, we're not YouTube. YouTube might care. And indeed, that's the one.
You did boot somebody for being racist.
No, not so much for being a racist, but more for being a troll.
Well, no, he was saying some awful shit.
He was.
Yeah, but that's my point. But it was racist, awful shit.
Yeah, but it's. Listen, I don't mind if you insult someone or, but
no.
Just to get a rise out of people. Then yeah, that's not about free speech. That is about stopping the shouting.
Yeah, but I mean, racism is just stupidity, in my opinion, and we don't encourage stupidity.
Unless it's between us.
No, that's accidental, but we don't encourage it. It just happens by mistake.
Guys, you heard it here first. It's accidental with John.
Heidi, I have had this argument for a long time. But the rest of the internet calls them wrenches.
Yeah, I might as well call them wrenches as well, even though
they are spanners.
I know.
No, I'm saying, but they are spanners. But Americans are funny people. They call everything by the wrong name. Sorry, Nick.
It's kind of funny because if you Google spanners, the first thing that pops up is wrench.
Well, Google is an American company.
True. In the Netherlands, we just call them English keys.
English keys?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Did you know that bondage things are called English toys?
I did not.
Apparently.
No. Why did it needed to be moderated? As soon as you can fasten the screw in my head.
Because he's seen someone naked.
Is that it? Is the word
no
naked?
Idea.
Hi, that toxic, by the way. And no, you don't rule the world. Don't be silly. Because we rule the world. Toxic. Hi there, by the way. We wanted to talk about your Twitter channel being censored.
I forgot to the Diogenes, Nick's Radio Toxic, right? And Diogenes had just said aluminum. It gives me a speech impediment even saying that. It's aluminium. Just saying.
Yes. No, you're not causing... Today's stream is rather messy, Heidi, which it usually is. but we didn't really have a topic. So there you have it.
Have you noticed that nearly all American spelling errors are due to their laziness because they use less letters than we do?
That's possible. That is.
No, I mean, encyclopedia, they drop an A. Paedophilia, they drop an A. Aluminium, they drop an I. I'm just saying. Everyone, colour, they drop an O. A U. Right? I'm just saying. It's all laziness.
But anyway, Toxic, did you want to join so that we can talk about the censorship of Twitter? Because John wanted to do that yesterday. He said, oh, maybe this is a good topic. And I said, well, okay, but considering how often we've talked about this, I at least want Toxic in there because we're talking about her channel.
Not really, but yeah.
I'm sorry, Toxic, but yeah, that's never gonna happen because if you have a wrench and Nick has a wrench, then there's at least one more person with a wrench, and he ain't from the USA.
Well,
just saying.
As it's your channel. I
think I have a wrench, right?
Well, of course, you have more than a wrench. You have the power.
I have the banhammer.
She's not in the desert. It's not all desert. She's in the mountains.
Let me see. I don't have a wrench, but I'm yellow. So there's that. But I don't have a wrench. See, that's unfair. I should have a wrench too. Okay. You're not worthy.
No, did you see Nick's comment? Fuck you, John. We aren't lazy spellers without all the left L's.
In all fairness, though, let's be honest. Nick's a published writer. Toxic is a published writer. I think we don't have that much to say.
No, actually, let's just say.
Actually.
No, on the subject of Alicia's book, I do have something to say about it, but I won't say it here.
Well, I'm yellow enough, Ludicrous, that's for sure. What do you want to say, John? Go on.
No. I'm just saying that I have proofread and spell-checked her books.
Well, that's cool of you.
Yeah, to correct them. Just saying.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing about spell checking, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, because you were saying that I couldn't comment on her writings, and I literally have edited her writing.
Oh, all right then.
But not in edit the context, but just the...
Anyway, so Toxic, did you want to come join us to talk about how you lost another Twitter account? Well, not another. Well, it is another though, isn't it? This is the second Twitter account you've lost. Isn't that the case? I thought it was anyway. And how do you do you misspell wrench?
That is the editor's job. It is the editor's job, Toxic. But I was merely countering what Modwain said. That's all. I wasn't criticising. I was merely commenting that I actually had something to say on your writing. Was my point.
Wrench sounds better. Well, we're scared of the newcomers, that's for sure. Nah.
Well, it doesn't make sense to you, Diogenes, because you're an American, which is fine. No one will hold you it against you. Oh, sorry, I can't stop myself from laughing.
I'm sorry, Toxic, I don't have Facebook. John, can you
No, I'm sending it, silly
good.
sausage. He's gone.
Spanish refers to who's using it. That's a good one, ID. Well, I can spell shit too. That's no problem at all. S-H-I-T. So, or did I miss something? Oh, today is a funny episode. Anyway, so today is the first stream where we're going to be once again on Modwain's channel instead of SOT channel.
And it's a laugh because we're going to make it so bad he gets kicked off.
Well, hey, listen, yeah, I have had the pleasure to be kicked off a social platform within 24 hours. So, there is that.
Hey, I got kicked off a social platform before I created my account.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. I mean,
Yes, it does.
No,
I was
it
literally setting up the account and they banned me before I'd even logged in.
See, there you have it. That doesn't count. I mean, they banned you
Of course it counts.
No. They banned you because they don't know who you are and they don't want you. Me,
No,
they wanted.
how can you
and
say
then they...
that? Random person creates Instagram account, gets banned during the process of creating Instagram account. Come on.
I'm going to say it's probably a problem. Cocoscope does count, and I'm not banned from Cocoscope. I merely stopped using it. Oh, show. Oh, someone else already did that. As long as you're spelling shit on stream, you'll never see your channel monetized. Well, probably.
Yeah, maybe, but we've got such a long way to go to that point.
Hey, let's be honest. Some of the videos that they demonetized, even during the times when I was monetized, were silly videos. I mean, it wasn't offensive. I mean, it wasn't meant to offend anyone.
Trust me, offence is taken. People can get offended at the most innocuous stuff.
Yeah, that is true.
You're faster than me. Somebody's faster than me.
Yeah, well, lots of people. John, your link isn't working.
Isn't it?
Yeah, apparently.
I don't know why. This is the hangout I've literally got open.
So there is I can pop it in chat. I don't care. I mean, so what? Let me see.
I've tried again.
Okay. If this link doesn't work, let me know and I'll just pop it in chat. Wow, we have like 13 viewers.
Now it's 11. What?
Oh, mine it says 13.
Mine says 11.
Well, I am assuming YouTube is lying to you because I'm looking at anal ticks.
Are you looking at anal ticks?
Anally ticks. So bad. Oh, good night, Real Raven.
Yeah.
And we're back to 12.
No, it's just messing with us.
Probably. It's YouTube. Who cares?
YouTube. It's her phone. She can't access the link in Facebook on her phone.
There you go. If anyone else wants to join, you know what? I don't mind. Just, I don't mind. Mine says 12. Yeah, mine says 13 now again. So
Yeah, mine says 13 again. Hey, it's kind of random.
Well, oh, maybe Toxic has 2 accounts open because one on her phone and one somewhere else. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm here, but I gotta make sure that my face isn't showing. I don't want to.
Don't worry, I'm not showing anyone's faces.
Yeah, we're here on the chat.
Oh, okay.
So what
Right.
happened to your face that you don't want to show it this time?
Makeup.
I look like shit. I don't have any makeup
You
on, bro.
don't look like shit. Trust me.
Oh,
Compared
come
to us
on.
two, you look beautiful.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you're sitting there with John and me.
Well, it's not about a comparison. It's
that's how
about
it
me and my
works.
insecurity.
Oh,
No,
right.
no.
No.
No,
You
it's
get
'cause
to be
I'm
the
old.
diamond in the rough.
And yes,
Oh, God, I'd
Michael,
rather
I'm
not.
giving it up already. Listen, Michael, I invited you to join us even before we went live, and you said no.
So did I.
And so did John, but then I can imagine why you would say no. But
Well, no, like Twitter. I don't even know. Like, I'd never been banned by Twitter before, like ever. You know, like
welcome
why
to
would
the
I be
club.
banned from Twitter? And dude, like, they banned me over sharing a link. That's it. I shared a link to the news article that covered the German yada 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 shooting basketball.
The shooting thing in Hanau.
Yeah.
Where people say it's racist because the idiot wrote something down. And I'm sorry, I'm using the word idiot correctly here. He had mental disabilities and all that.
He was actually very disturbed. I read the whole thing, and I don't tend to believe people are crazy. Okay.
Yeah, but he was
like,
schizophrenic.
I need. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is that I mean, take it from me. So I'm very skeptical. So I need like a preponderance of evidence, and that motherfucker had it.
Oh, yeah.
He literally thought that he was like people were taking shit out of his brain and making Hollywood movies. He literally thought that he was sending Trump messages to like run for office and then get control of the Middle East. Like it was really sad. He needed help.
Oh yeah. Kind of like the guy in damn it, now I forgot the name. Volkhausen Volkhausen, I think. Yeah, Volkhausen. Yeah. No, but I mean, Michael Keller joined me. Gave me some information about the guy in
Hanau.
Hanau. So the shooting in Hanau as well. Apparently, he had a gambling problem, and guess where the place was where he had that gambling problem?
Oh my God, was it there?
Yes.
Oh wow.
So
yeah, he had money issues for sure.
It seemed that his right-wing rhetoric was rather, how do you call this? Complementary to the problem he already had. So,
well,
yeah,
that they will pick anything and everything for their narrative.
Well, this is what they're lazy. They probably only read scanned the first couple paragraphs and then like boom, go.
Yeah.
Because the first couple paragraphs, they're a little racist.
Yeah, but
not gonna lie.
In this case, I can understand that people would call him racist because I really think he was using racism to hide his real motivation. This is the thing. Even people with mental issues will still try to explain why you're the bad guy and they're the victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had written he's going to shoot the place up because he lost so much money gambling, people would laugh at him and say he's an idiot. Well, people still call him an idiot, so there is that. I am sorry. I need a fast bio break. I'll be right back.
So what I don't understand, ladies and gentlemen, is why would you get, if they're going to start banning people for links, and then we also covered those people that are not hiring you if you like now. So even if you like something, that's so draconian. But what's funny about it is because I do have a Twitter again, because somebody had stolen all my information, and so I just stole it back. I was like, thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that back. But I don't know. Twitter's just a strange place, a strange place.
So some of it is about grinding people down, right?
Yeah.
If they do certain things, and you've got 100,000 people, they will grind some down so they go away.
Yeah.
And they will sort of demoralize a big chunk in the middle, and only a tiny proportion will be firm.
Yeah.
And so,
that seems to be
although the tiny proportion is firm, they've actually won because they don't care about them. They care about the ones who are disheartened and the ones they drive away.
It's messed up, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's the norm. It is what it's always been that way. For one gleaming moment. And I'll tell you what, my youngest sister got a hold of me this morning. She asked me to flag a Facebook page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do that unless it's for very specific reasons. It's a page that is promoting, like, I don't even know how it's legal to be up. Okay, it involves young boys. There was one video, I'm like, why isn't the FBI all over this shit? It's still up as we speak. So a legit crime is being committed on this Facebook page. Legit. And it's up. But I share a link and I'm banned. Like, what kind of bizarro world is this?
Oh, do you remember the who was it? Was it the I've got one. And there was somebody or other did a manifesto, and then it was banned everywhere. It was illegal to even own it.
The New Zealand dude, right? The New Zealand thing that we can't talk about. I actually if you have that video and you live in New Zealand, you can go to jail for what, like 10 years? I have that video still. Like, I keep it. You know? Because there was some weird stuff going on with that video. Some weird... but we don't want to talk about it.
When they go that far, you know there's some dodgy shit going on.
Yeah, some way dodgy. And when you watch it, there's something wrong with it. There's something not right. You can feel it, you know? That's why they wanted to get rid of it. But the problem is that they're literally working against themselves. You know, that's what they're doing. Once they allowed for the internet to come online, they shot themselves in the butt. Because there's no way to suppress it. No, and outside of a kill switch, people are going to get information, whether it's through email, through, you know, just so many different means of communication. That the game is over, baby. So, yeah, but no, I'm fine because I do have that old Twitter account, but I refused to give him my phone number. I wasn't going to give him my phone number, so they won't delete toxic threads, and I'm arguing with them over him. I'm like, I'm not giving you my number. They won't delete my account.
No.
They suspend it, but they won't delete it. I'm like, just to get rid of it then. I don't need you. I don't need Twitter. You know?
Yeah, but that's the funny thing. I've noticed this with Skype, for example, because Skype kicked me. Still don't know why they kicked me, and I didn't care for the longest time. But I started a new Skype account not too long ago because I needed it for something. But I still don't know why they kicked me on my main account. But I could contest it, and I had to just give a little bit of information, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, Skype is what... there's just, I don't know. There's just something not kosher in the world, you know? Just not kosher. I don't even know what kosher means.
Kosher is the dietary habits of the Jewish people.
And I'll try to find images of my rabbits so I can show them to you.
Yeah, they're on your screen wallpaper. Just share your screen.
No, because those are my old rabbits. They are dead.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
No, just share it. Please, just share it.
So do you use rabbits for food?
No, you dare. No,
listen, I don't. I have eaten rabbits, so I'll pretend not. I'll not pretend. It's not something that bothers me, but obviously my rabbits aren't food. They're my pets.
What? Well, I used to own a pig, so that's fine. What does rabbit taste like?
It's a little bit of a bland taste. It's not that great, to be honest.
I didn't like it when I tried it.
As I said, it's not bad. It's just, it's a little bit bland. It's very dependent on how you cook it. And, in all fairness, if you would live on a diet of rabbits, you would die of malnutrition, even though you eat more than you can take. So rabbits are actually bad food.
Oh, that's too bad.
Their meat is too lean.
Oh.
So yeah, no, if because some time ago, I think it was in Venezuela when Maduro said, "Oh well," I think it was Maduro, I can't remember. Well, I mean, but people have pets; they could live off their rabbits, and I'm like, no, they can't. I mean, not even talking about whether it's nice for the rabbits or not. You cannot live off rabbits. You'll die of malnutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely
Wow.
lean indeed, Green. It's too lean for us. They don't have fat. They don't have well, there's a bunch of things we need. They don't have in their meat, which is
That's too bad.
let me see. This is a good image. I'll show this image.
Which is a shame in Australia because they had a plague of them.
Well, you can eat them.
What?
It's just not that good to only eat them. Does that make sense? Well, probably.
What about
not.
kangaroo? Is kangaroo healthy?
I wouldn't know about that.
Uh,
I can imagine it is though. I mean, it's kangaroo is like a red meat, isn't it? This is something
actually,
Anxious should know better, to be honest.
They have actually, because I live in Kent in the UK, right? We went to this pub once and kangaroo was on the menu. Just saying.
Yeah.
I didn't eat it, but one of the people I was with did.
You. That's the good one. Oh bloody hell! I'm sorry, guys.
well, I don't eat anything that's different or unusual. I'm a pretty boring person when it comes to food. You know, just a boring person. Raven's
Everything's
pretty
relative.
brave.
You like Mexican food. Everything's relative. To me, Mexican food is unusual. But I live in the UK, so of course it is.
Oh, that's funny. No, I assure you that Koreans eat some weird food. I assure you, they eat dog there. It's true. It's not racist to say that. It's true.
No, it's
Jason
true. It's a
took me
fact.
to a place that showed me.
Well,
It's absolutely true.
everybody's diet is gross to people who aren't used to it. That's the way it works. So we get used to our food. You go to France, right? I live in Britain. You go to France and you will find horse in the meat cabinet.
Yeah, they eat. Well,
Horse?
I've eaten horse as well. Horse is pretty nice, actually.
Oh God!
Horse is
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
But-
Exactly, that's your reaction.
They also eat snails.
Yeah.
And
Raven's
frogs' legs,
trying to-
which is why we call them frogs.
Anyway, these are my two rabbits now. The one on the... I can't say left or right because I don't know how it's showing you guys. The one with the whole lot of white is Pluisje. She's a female rabbit. She's a mix
There's no
of
picture.
It's not showing. Well, it's taking time, I guess.
It's just showing you and John.
No, it's
Not you and
caught
John.
up.
Your
It's
picture.
caught up
Your
now.
picture.
It's
Ah,
caught
there
up
it is.
now.
Oh, I thought it would go as fast as me talking
Oh,
to you.
there it goes.
Oh, wait a second.
Wow.
I'm sorry, guys. John, Toxic, and me can hear each other half a minute before you guys can. So there is the mistake I made. Anyway, the one on, I think is left, the white one, anyway, is Pluisje, which is a mix of Belgian hare and a colored dwarf. And yes, those are two real types of species, racial thing, I don't know. And the foxy colored one is a lion's head. So yes, Heidi, that's a lion's head. And when we got him, because we got him from we saved him from where people dump their animals, and he wasn't even brought
The river?
there. Yeah, something like that. And he wasn't even brought there. He was brought there by the voluntary animal ambulance people, and he had really huge patches of empty fur. I mean, there was no fur at all. So when we got him, I really thought he was a colored dwarf. But then his hair started growing back. And first I thought he's a fox, because also that is a type of rabbit. But then his mane started growing as well. And it's a lion's head. And usually those are very, very pettable rabbits. But he isn't. I mean, sometimes we can pet him, but he's still a little bit scared of us. But yeah, I mean, he was rescued, so that probably explains why he's still a little bit scared.
Yeah, my friends had a rescue dog, and he was so skittish for years.
Yeah. There's not much we can do about that.
No.
Well, we can be good. We can be good for them.
Well, the only thing you can do for an abused animal is give it a good home.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing. And, in all fairness, we are proud of how he has shaped up. I mean, he lets us pet him more often. He comes to us from time to time. It's, yeah. He really made a great improvement. And okay, maybe because we gave him a good home, but yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take him time to understand you're not a threat.
Yeah, well, I think by now he knows we're not a threat, but he still.
No, but
he lets us.
It's like the negative imprints far more strongly on us than the positive for good reason.
No, true that.
So,
true that.
Even though you constantly show you're not a threat, if he's got an imprint that human means threat, it's going to take a lot of overcoming.
Yeah. But we're getting there. He lets us. When he's in his cage, I can pet him. When he's outside of the cage, he's still a little bit scared of being petted. So that's all right.
Well, he's in a cage. Come on.
In the cage, he allows me to pet him. You'd think, and listen, the cage they're living in is like 2 by 1 meter.
Uh-huh.
What's that machine-like noise in the background? It could be my computer. The fan is pretty noisy. My next computer will be water-cooled. But yeah, I live in the UK, but I'm mixed race. Both my parents are half Portuguese, half Angolan. Oh, that's a weird. No, not weird.
Really. Angola was a Portuguese colony.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to correct myself, but you beat me to it. Well done.
Born in Angola, so we have a genuine African. Yay, we've got another continent.
Ah, there you go.
Well, we've got Europeans, Americans, Australians, and Africans. All we need now is an Asian, which, considering they're most of the world's population, how come we haven't got an Asian?
Well.
That's a joke.
Because they just so think about it. South Korea has access to YouTube. So does Japan, but you're not going to get China, right?
Well,
it's possible. I mean, you can still have a VPN even in China.
Yeah.
So,
I have Asian followers.
Yeah, you do.
I
don't.
As Modwain and I were arguing earlier, Asia's a big place. It goes all the way from Turkey to Japan, with the 2 most populous countries in the world, India and China, and lots of other big countries as well. Lots of people.
Let me see.
Speaking of Michael Keller said we also need South America. You know what? I had followers from Venezuela, and then all of a sudden their internet got really dodgy, and I have no idea where they've gone. Like, I'm literally worried about a couple of friends I had down in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from them for a while.
Unfortunately,
a while.
There's nothing I can say to take away that, because
it's sad.
Venezuela is Once again, a great example of how great socialism is. I can't believe so many people fall for that shite time and time again.
Viva la revolution.
It's the education system, or
it
lack
is
of
the
it.
education. It is highly propagandized. The education system is just so awful.
Yeah.
Like and the parents, I try to tell parents that before what they would do is they hide the propaganda in the tests, so that way parents wouldn't even know what's going on. Now it's leaked out into everything else, but before that's how they hid it, was on the tests. Kid you not. It's like crazy. And I don't know why teachers promote that. I don't have any idea, but then again, they live in a socialist utopia, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I'm going to show you this image as well, because I do so love my rabbits. I do. I mean, it's going to take a while before people will see it in the stream. So John and Toxic can't see it, but I can already see it. And here you can see the little ones laying face by face.
I can see it now.
She's nearly twice as big as him, but they're really nice together. It's kind of funny though, because she will let us pet her. She likes it. But sometimes when we go pet her, he comes in between to protect her a little bit. But she doesn't want to be protected. So it's really funny. But yeah.
Well, instincts will what instincts will.
True that. By the way, the little plank they're laying on is about a quarter the size of the complete cage.
Okay.
Is that a quarter? A little less than a quarter, sorry. And I know people who have rabbits in cages that are as big as that plank. So yeah, there is that. But right? I love them. So yeah, I know I've been told that Toxic gave me the idea to use copyrighted music to see if I can grow my channel. And I think it was Dog of Sinoop last time who said, well, you should use more videos of rabbits to grow your channel. So yeah, either of them are possible. I guess I have to use words like rabbits in the search engine as well, then I guess.
It's always a hit or miss though. True. It's like my daughter Raven. She her her age group, they all want to have a big following on YouTube, and most of them they only crack 30, and then they go to her channel and they're like, holy shit, because she had over 1,000, and they're like, oh, how in the hell did you do that? And really it came from one video she did a long time ago. It was a react video, and it got her so many views. Like she has more views than Devin has. Well, Devin's about to pass her. I think Devin just hit 1 million views.
Wow.
So, well, that's cheating. That's not even fair. It's not a fair comparison. If you were on a TV reality show, you would hit 1 million easy.
True.
That's like not even fair comparison.
It helps.
Yeah, yeah, it does. But no, her channel's pretty good. I mean, she's trying different things and everything, but yeah, my poor Devin. She's supposed to be coming home, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because frickin' Korean airline. What is it called? I think it's called Korean Air or something like that.
I wouldn't know.
Great to fly on. They've canceled all flights in and out of Korea. The only one flying now is it's in Denge, or however you pronounce it. It's 110 miles away from the airport. They've contained it, and I knew they would contain it. I knew they would contain it, that city, because I've seen their quarantines. But they think it's their duty, like they have this weird duty type mentality. And Delta's still flying in and out, and that's her flight, luckily. But they're canceling flights left and right, and we're sitting in limbo because Drusilla's visa is up. It is up in like 2 weeks. She needs to leave the country. And so I don't know how they're going to handle that.
Yeah.
With the
Because she
usual
can't.
confusion, I would suggest.
Well, and it's not like, so normally she would be able to just then hop a boat, right? Hop a boat and get to Japan. But Japan is closing their borders.
Well, of course they are.
There's
Everyone.
nowhere.
Everyone's closing their borders.
She can't get out. She can't get out.
Yeah, she can't get out. She can't stay in.
Yeah. So it's
the reverse hokey cokey.
Well, it's just frustrating because I'm not afraid of the virus, everybody. They're very healthy immune systems, whatever, okay? They're not the target. I'm afraid of the government because that they just barely got their freedom not that long ago. And that's what I worry about is,
can he swim?
Can she swim? Yeah, she's going to swim between those two. That'd be great. With her 11-month-old baby.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, Drusilla. It's only
Drusilla.
Drusilla. And
It
she's
is only
4.
Drusilla. She's 4. She's a 4-year-old girl. She's the only one that's being kicked out.
Yeah.
See, I'm helping people enjoy the stream even more by sharing images of my 2 rabbits.
Oh, they're cute as crap.
They are.
They are cute.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Here they are laying, and this is not something you will see. Well, that's not true. I see this often enough. But when rabbits lay like this, they are really comfortable. This is
Hey,
the utmost.
I feel comfortable just watching them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Aren't rabbits, like, aren't they a little aggressive? Are they aggressive? I don't know anything about rabbits. I just
rabbits aren't
always heard that they were bad pets. I just don't. I don't like.
I don't know
I don't
who
like the
lied to
animal.
you like that.
Oh,
But
yeah, somebody obviously lied to me because they look sweet.
and yes, he has a little heart on his crotch.
I'd say a V. Yeah, fair
enough.
There you go.
No, rabbits aren't aggressive. They can be, but even considering a rabbit being aggressive is no. Even an aggressive rabbit isn't aggressive.
Hey,
Rabbit.
which was the rabbit with the briar patch?
Which was the rabbit with the briar patch?
Yeah.
That's funny, Michael.
I don't know what you mean, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
the don't throw me into the briar patch.
Please don't throw me into the briar patch. And threw him into the briar patch.
I don't remember his name.
And then he ran off.
Yeah, exactly, because he was
Is it one of those old tales?
Ren is absolutely correct. The economic effects is going to be staggering. That's why I told my daughter, I said, well, I don't think if there is even one case that hits Seoul, Delta will stop flying out of there. So one case, so I told her to stock up. I told her to go get some food supplies, make sure she has milk for the kids, that kind of thing.
Yeah, just
because it's really it's riding the storm out.
Yeah, it is. But what makes this one a little bit more problematic is its long life. Because usually they say that when you are in quarantine for like 2 weeks, that should be enough. But as far as I've read on the coronavirus, it can stay active for 4 weeks.
Well, they just making shit up at this.
No. Not the sickness in itself.
Well,
but
what I would do is like this. I would say I would use the old rule of thumb, a minimum of 21 days. Minimum of 21 days. I was skeptical of the 2 weeks anyway. Especially with viruses. I thought that was just bullshit on their part. I totally agree with quarantines, by the way, everybody. I don't have any problem with quarantines. But it's more of, I'm more afraid of what governments do, right? Because they really don't put the best people in charge to do it, and they really, that was my degree. My degree is in health administration and how we get people in and out of like all this crap. But That's why I was worried about Devin, and I've been watching it, and I knew I was so upset at her flight because I knew there was no way to bump it forward. Because
Yeah.
I was willing to pay like thousands of dollars to get her out early, but there is none, absolutely none. There's no flights out. She's lucky to have the 3 seats, and the only other way that they'll let her out is if it goes to level 4. If it goes to level 4, then she'll have to be flown out via the military. But then she'll be stuck on a military base for like 4 weeks with 2 little kids. And that's not cool.
No.
That's why I told her not to come, because if they have a case and they let her out, they'll make her stay in quarantine. So I told her it's probably best to bump the flight till we get into summertime, because then it'll naturally burn itself out. This type of virus usually does burn itself out in the summer.
It needs moist to survive.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering whether a frost will be good as well, but
yeah. We'll see what happens, because if it follows the same pattern as its cousins, right, the other coronaviruses, then it will naturally taper off. But we have to get to, May. We have to get to May before we see that huge drop. And so you just have to have enough food for March, April, and May, ladies and gentlemen. Go out, get your food now while you have a chance. I'm being a prepper. I'm being a Utahn. Go get your food. In Utah, you don't have to worry about that.
Well,
yeah, don't panic.
You're upside down, anxious anxious Aussie. Because you're upside down, you're getting colder. We're getting warmer, and the days are getting longer.
Yes, but that's also something that goes back and forth, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That she's getting cooler, and her days are getting shorter.
Well, I mean, there are the forest fires. They can give some extra heat. Stay positive.
Yeah, exactly. Burn that stuff out. Just light that shit on fire.
Anyway, people, I'm showing you my living room next, where you can also see the cage of the little rabbit. There you go. And you see a small wren around it. This is when the 2 rabbits were new to the house. Pluisje had lived here for quite a while, but Petertje, the small one, was new. And in the beginning we limit the room for them a little bit. But now they can run wherever. Now during the day, when my son is out, the rabbits are in their cage, but now they can run around freely. So what do you think about my little cage for the rabbits, Heidi? I'm curious. I'm always curious what people think of my work. I don't know why.
Is that inside your house?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
My rabbits don't go outside. I don't understand why people would want to have rabbits that live outside. I'd rather have them with me.
That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. I don't like animals. So it's like, oh, shit. That's very nice. It's very big. It gives them lots of room to play.
Yeah, it does. And the living room is roughly, you can't see it on this picture, but the place I'm standing to take this picture is, 2 meters on this side of the cage. So I have a pretty long living room. Of course I don't. That's nothing to do with Dutch. That has to do with being a man. Why the hell would I care about it? By the way, the living room does look different now. Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, no. That's funny.
But that's the thing, though, Heidi. When you have rabbits living outside, they will dig, and for the safety of your rabbits, you need to close off the environment they live in. And that means that nothing from above should be able to get to them, but you also have to make sure that they can't dig out or something else can't dig in. And obviously they're safer inside anyway. And one of the greatest things that ever happened to me, and that wasn't with these two rabbits, that was with my previous rabbits, is one day I came back from work and I was really knackered. So I laid down on the couch, and Keisha, my then male rabbit, came and sat on my chest and licked my face for like an hour. Nah, that is utter bliss, I can tell you. That made me feel so good. I was tired as fuck. I was really happy at that moment. See? Pets can make your life better. They can toxic. They can.
Make your life better?
Oh, yeah.
Rabbit?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I'm allergic to animals, so it's
So
just
am
not
I.
worth it to me.
No, so am
Oh,
I.
for Christ's sakes.
But no.
There's no way in hell I would have that there then.
I'm allergic to rabbits as well, or dogs or whatnot. But you can get used to them. So, yeah.
I don't care enough about animals to get used to them.
Oh, wow.
hey, you've got raccoons in the garden. I mean, crikey.
I
you
do.
Get,
I do have. I
you
have. I
get
have
animals.
raccoons.
Didn't you
Squirrels.
see a cougar or something?
A
Sometime?
wolf.
An old woman.
Wolf. We've had cougars. Yeah, an old woman that was hot to trot for young boys. She was like all pimping out in my backyard.
Well,
Yeah, no. John's been on the phone with me when I'm like pissed about. There was this one raccoon that was big, and he's like an alpha raccoon, and he was like being a dick. I had to show him what's what. Just show them a little bit of fire. They get really scared and then they never come back. But there's a baby raccoon that I feed because he's cutest little fucker. But then he's getting closer to me and I'm like, step the fuck back, rabies infested thing. Get back.
You give it
I need no
food.
rabies.
You give it food. It's a baby, and it approaches you. Consider my shock.
Yes. Oh, why so nasty?
Okay, let's see. So, Renovasio, how do you say your name? How does he say your name? Now, let me tell you about Utah. Okay, you have to understand that Utah is way different than the prepper community. All right, I got to say something about Utah. So, in Utah, the Mormon Church has a system of underground tunnels. We have a lookout point that's strategically placed for when the federal government comes for us. And so every single Mormon, and I'm not a Mormon, but mind you, I was a Mormon for a little bit when I was like younger child. But so it's actually part of our culture. It's a death culture, really. It's not even death though. It's we live in fear of the government coming to take us away.
They're coming to
like
take
really
you
weird.
away. They're coming
Yeah,
to take you.
and so
Sorry.
so we have this whole built-in system of it naturally just recycling through your food and things like that, and it's like our culture. It's so ingrained in our culture that it seems second nature to us. Like if ever there's the panic in Utah, there's not a panic because like they'll have a boil water thing, and most other places you'd see the shelves go empty or anything. No, that's usually only with the outsiders that come in, or in Salt Lake, you get a little bit of that because we have so many outsiders. But everybody, everywhere has just, they're just prepared. They're prepared. So it's really weird. It's just our culture. It's a culture thing.
And we're in the UK. I keep saying this in the UK, right? If there's serious snow,
Yeah.
we run out of basics like milk and bread.
Yeah.
This is how vulnerable we are to the supply
Yeah.
chain, and we're all
Yeah.
just like, nothing we can do about it.
That's weird though.
But y'all are right, because they do. A lot of preppers forget about toilet paper, that kind of stuff. They forget about the little things. I don't forget about the little things. I actually did, based off of the way. There was a case study. In Science Journal, they've actually had a patient that passed away from the coronavirus, and they've done a biopsy. And so it really does affect the lungs. So guess who bought a shit ton of Vicks Vapor Rub? This gal did. And I don't feel bad about it.
I'm wondering if vapor rub will actually work.
No, I think it will because I'd have to look at it over the case study again. I got to find out which folder I put it in. And the way that the doctors were talking about it seemed to be clogging up and logging down the lungs, and people can't breathe. And really, what's sad is that a lot of the patients probably could survive if they were intubated. I can't say it. Intubated. Can't say it. You know when they shove that thing down your throat? Yeah, that would have helped out a lot. But a lot of patients get afraid of that. I don't know why. It's like totally fine. I mean, yeah, it's a little scary the first few times you've had it done, but it's really, in that case, you want to look at that. But the patients that they had cofactors going on there, comorbidity type thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, and the same is true for flu. People die of flu, but usually there is more going on than just the flu.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm at risk of dying from flu whenever there's a flu epidemic.
Yeah, that's
scary. Just how it is.
Yeah. You gotta. I mean, that's what they say. I mean, it's everything will be fine. I mean, you're not gonna see the same kind of tolls as you see in like China, because China has really crappy air.
Yeah,
they have really, really crappy air.
Yeah,
I think the air is the bigger problem, to be honest.
Yeah, they have all these face masks anyway, so it's like on a weak foundation.
Yeah, and I do believe South Korea will get it under control because their culture is different than ours. They don't hug each other. They don't shake each other's hands. They walk apart from each other. A lot of them wear masks anyway. You know, they just do. They're very clean. It'll be fine. Plus, they tracked everybody because everything's on CCTV or whatever the hell it's called. Like, there's a camera on every friggin' everywhere.
Alicia, nowhere is more CCTV heavy than the United Kingdom.
That is true.
I think that's gross. I think it's gross. I really don't. I think it's creepy.
Privacy.
Is what it is.
What's that?
Yeah. It's just.
Who needs privacy anyway?
Creepy.
Well,
I don't know. It's just
if you have nothing to hide.
No, I mean it is a known brainwashing technique.
Yeah,
lack of privacy.
It is.
I mean, think of how it would be like this. How could you stay with your partner if they would be continuously looking in your email, continuously spying on your phone calls, wanting to know where you were all hours? You would actually know that that's a red flag. But every day we as a society have not balked at the government doing that to us, because they're listening to everything. They collect everything. They track us. Yeah. They want to chip us.
Well,
it's just gross. It's gross. But hopefully this will, I don't know, change something. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so Twitter sucks, everybody. But I stay there because I don't want to lose. Don't want to lose.
Yeah, it's double. I don't really care about Twitter, but I use it still.
Or as we call it, the twatter.
The twatter. I'm still surprised by the fact that I got booted off of Live Leak within 24 hours of, and two of those videos. Both of the videos I posted there are already on, are still on YouTube, and they had like huge traction, especially I mean easily 10, 12 times as much as I'm having on YouTube. So in a way I'm sorry that I got kicked, but at the same time, yeah, it's funny. Because it seems that the kicking affects it's so random.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see the kind of shit that's out there, and then they kick you because, well, yeah, but you spoke negatively about something, or well, we didn't like your opinion on that one. Yeah, but I mean, it's not wrong or something. It's just you don't like it.
Yeah, they really, it's a pick and choose thing. It really is.
Yeah.
We don't like it, so blah, blah, blah. So crazy. So crazy.
It is.
Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. I feel so old today.
Hey, youngster. Young
Youngster.
whippersnapper.
Young
I'm a
Whippersnapper.
whippersnapper.
I have no idea what a whippersnapper is, but you are one.
It's the
Right.
somebody that stands and snaps the whip like the
Really?
cracker.
Really?
Doesn't the term cracker comes from the
No,
whip
that's-
cracker?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cracker.
yeah.
But
That's
whippersnapper.
yours.
That's a whippersnapper. I have to look it up. Because I don't know either. But I know it's not something to do with whips, or at least not as far as I know.
Hang on, let's have a look.
Well, you have a look then. Then I don't.
Originally referred to as a young man with no apparent get up and go.
So,
To be
Basic-
applied to a youngster with an excess of both ambition and impudence.
Yeah, but where does it come from? Like, what was the...
cause.
What's the etymology? I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
It was a 17th century expression.
Mm-hmm.
And it stayed around that long.
Okay,
Sweet.
correct to toxic threads. After their habit of standing around on street corners all day, idly snapping whips to pass the time.
Holy shit, I was right? Yes! If that's the American in me, baby. The American.
How can you idly snap whips?
Because you stood there and you're just doing next to nothing and you're snapping whips for fun. Just to get the
Not
crack.
crops. Not those riding crops. Actual whips.
Yeah, whips. You know,
They make noises. They make noises. Whips make noises.
Clint Eastwood type. You know, they.
Snap.
Yeah.
They make a cool snappy noise.
Yeah.
And if you do it right, you can get it really loud and scary sounding.
Yeah.
And that's probably what they were doing.
Sonic boom. It creates a sonic boom.
It creates a sonic boom. That is true. That is.
There
the
you
sound.
go. That was old school entertainment. And now this is, a couple 100 years later, we're chatting online globally with people. It's crazy. I love this space and time, though. I really do. It's a little bit bizarre and backwards, but I'd rather be here than any other time. I mean, I wouldn't mind going back and just seeing what it was like, but you'd probably die of some weird fucked up disease that they had.
Well, you're going to die anyway.
Yeah, but I don't want to die until I'm like really fucking old.
No!
Really
No.
old.
I want to die before I get old. The Who told us so back in the 60s before they got old. Sorry, that's just the Who joke.
That's funny. That's funny.
Don't encourage him.
Yes! Bad jokes on me.
I have to be nice to him. He finds shit in my books that astound me that he found this mistake. Continuity mistakes that I'm like, what the fuck? How did you catch that, bro?
Because I have a strange brain.
It
It is a strange. It's slow.
is.
My brain is very slow, and because it's slow, it's methodical.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It'll be good. I can't wait to hear it verbalized.
I'm curious about that too.
Yeah, that book did well. That book did well when it came out a long time ago. But the
Well,
majority of my fans were truck drivers. And everybody says that's very specific. And I'm like, yeah, truck drivers.
Well,
And they kept saying to me, I wish you would get this stuff on Audible. And I was like, I try, but my voice is shitty, apparently, according to my husband. So I can.
whoa. I have to beg to differ. I do say. Okay, so I listen to your live streams, and
Yeah.
then they're brilliant. You have a beautiful way of keeping what you say going, and
Yeah.
the opposite of what I'm doing right now, which is stumbling, and you have a flow, and it all makes sense, and it's all coherent.
Well, it's two different types of thing, isn't it? Like when you're reading a script, you sound great. Your voice is tailored to a script, and my voice is tailored to just delivering information, you know? And then remember, I cut the shit out of my videos. Most of my videos are long as shit, and I end up cutting them. Like the one where I was getting really upset with, it was 40 minutes, and I cut it down to 12 minutes. I was like, oh my God, I lost my temper so much on that that freaking
Not that you'd
video.
ever find me get angry. Exactly.
Well, it's funny when
anyway.
you lose.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Go on.
No. That's it. I don't have much to say today. I've kind of been in like a stupor because I really was hoping to get, Drusilla out of there for a while, and I was like, damn it. I mean, there's still a little hope, but the window of hope is slowly closing in on me. That's fine. I have a baby shower I have to throw for my younger sister.
Well,
And
have
it's
fun
gonna
with
be
that
fun.
one. Yeah, it can
Well,
be
she
fun.
never had a baby shower, like with all her kids, and I'll throw a baby shower for you. I will do it. I'm great at throwing parties.
Okay.
I really am. I have tables and chairs. I'll have to load it all in my PT Cruiser and drive down to Happy Valley. And
Happy Valley or Heifer Valley? Because now I...
No,
Happy.
Happy
It's
Valley.
it's
Happy. Oh,
called
okay.
Happy
Which, of
Valley.
course, makes us all think of Monty Python.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
Monty Python did a sketch called Happy Valley.
were they all on drugs?
No, it
Oh.
was where Happy Valley, right? It was where you had to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's not a question whether you were happy.
You had to be happy.
had
If you
to
weren't
be
happy, you were arrested.
that's kind of what it's like down there. It's really creepy. It's really creepy. All my family lives down there. And so I have to go and visit them, and it's like going to a whole new world.
Hey,
You
I'm
know.
going to Scotland in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, or however long it is, the end of April, March, end of March. Insane,
That's awesome.
yes. Now, family.
Yeah. But it's because it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's just weird. It's just weird. It's fine. It's good weird. It's fine. It's fine.
Well,
It's fine.
it has to be.
I mean, family is what it is, right? It's
Yeah.
okay.
You choose your friends, but not your family. But,
True that.
no,
No but?
No, but. Family are the ones who ultimately stand by you.
Did you just say fat family are the ones who ultimately stand? I'm sorry, I'm being really silly now.
You can be silly all you want, mate.
No, but you're correct. I mean, you can be correct, I have to say, because not all family members are something to write home about. But yeah, on average... oh, yes, I'm going to show these as well.
Yeah, it's hard to find good friends too. So, I mean, let's be real. It's actually hard to make any real good, solid human connection.
True that.
You know, I think about, you think about all your ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends or ex-friends, and you're like, Jesus Christ. And there's really no rhyme or reason. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to clean. I gotta clean. I was gonna make dinner, but Raven had a dental appointment, so she really can't eat anything. Poor girl.
Well, I hope she's all right then.
Oh, oh yeah, no. We go slow. I had to find a new one. Everything's good. Everything's good in my world.
Well,
You know?
that is important.
Yeah, everything's fine in this neck of the woods. Utah's fine. It's just lame. I'll cover.
Everywhere,
You know,
lame. Trust me.
you know it's funny though. Has anyone else? I don't know. Like, has anyone else noticed when you go to the store? So I was at the store, and every time somebody coughed, I swear to God, everybody's heads like jutted towards that person. I was like, oh God, we're in for a treat.
Yeah.
We're in for a
Yeah,
treat.
but
It's gonna be
people are
great.
scared.
Because the media has driven them into a panic.
Yeah, people are scared.
People
No,
are
Michael, we go
trained
slow because she
because I'm a
has.
stranger.
We have to
Remember?
redo all of her old dental work. So she had a lot of dental work done, and so we're just redoing it. You know, so that's all. That's all we're doing. Some of us escaped and infected Canada. Does Canada have it now? Canada?
Canada
Well, we-
is lost.
Canada has a whole different problem.
Yeah, Canada is lost.
I mean, they only apply the law against law-abiding citizens, but they will not apply the law against those who don't want to apply the law. I mean, look at all those how do you call them? I'm going to stop with the rabbits for now. Sorry, but look at all those how do you call them? Those protests where they block off streets and block off trains and all that shit.
Oh, that's sad.
Especially in Ontario and whatnot. It's really sick.
Yeah. Well, that comes from that education system that just told kids that the way to get what they wanted was to be activists, and then it seeped out and just got bad. Got bad.
I really like it though because they're protesting against a pipeline or whatever, and they're doing it on Wet'suwet'en lands because those are the natives of those area. And the funny thing is that the Wet'suwet'en natives are in favor of it. They have their own councils and whatnot, and they voted, and they're all in favor of it. And here are a bunch of LARPers. Sorry, the wrong kind of LARPers.
No, the right kind of LARPers. That's exactly what I was talking about. Use of LARPer. Exactly. Perfect.
But yeah,
now-
they pretend to be native Canadians, even though half of them don't even come from the neighborhood. Did I say half? I meant all.
Native Canadians. You mean the what they call them? The they have a different term in Canada to the United States.
Oh, Heidi, there is a rabbit on the boat. Can't you see it? Well, it's all in size, obviously, but.
Is it one of those killer rabbits like in Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yes, but still in size.
Oh, rabbits can be scary. Oh,
No,
they can be
rabbits
scary.
can't be
No,
scary.
in fiction.
Yes, in fiction everything can be. In fiction everything can be scary. Hell, I mean, we all had that nightmare where we were really afraid because we were chased by socks or something silly like that.
Really? I worry about your nightmares, mate.
Oh, well.
I've never had that one.
Oh. You ever think what the world would be like if we remembered our dreams as well as we remembered our memories? Because think about it, because after a while you'd start like thinking, was that my real past or was that a dream? I mean, the world would be put into chaos.
So it's basically like you're not sure whether it's the real life or whether it's just fantasy.
No, like
it's
okay.
like you're stuck in a landslide between.
No, No, but this does happen.
No.
It's been attested that people have dreamt things and then they then convince themselves they're real when all it happened was in their dream. So it does.
No.
happen.
What I'm saying is like, okay, so let's say tonight I have a dream that Steve cheats on me, right?
No.
No. Let's just pretend I had
No!
that dream, okay? And I remember it exactly like I remember my memories. And then 5 years down the line, I may have a hard time remembering if that was just a dream
Yeah.
or if it was
And that
a
happened.
memory.
This
And
is my
that
point.
happens,
This
yeah.
happened.
Well, I
And-
remember my dreams,
No,
but
no,
I'm
okay,
saying
here's
like
the-
with the clarity that you remember the past.
No, here's the thing. Okay. So, everything in our heads is a fabrication.
My brain is always telling me the truth, like I'm an American and we're the best.
Everything
See?
in our brain is a
It's true.
fabrication. You
I don't
get the
believe that.
inputs. No, you get the inputs and your brain processes it.
Well, my brain happens to process it correctly, so it's the
Okay,
truth.
that's fine. That's fine. But the point is, the same mechanism that can process external inputs can process internal thoughts.
Mhm.
That's funny, Lude.
There is no difference, is my point.
Well, I have waking nightmares. Those are the worst.
No,
Those
my
are the
point
worst,
is
ladies
that
and gentlemen. Waking
your
nightmares.
consciousness gets input. And whether those inputs come from an imagination or from physical sensory inputs is not relevant to the consciousness, is my point. So there is no difference to your consciousness.
Why are you shitting on fantasy world? Why do you gotta always
I'm not
bring
shitting on fantasy world.
logic shit
I am
into
not
everything?
shitting on fantasy
It's
world.
like,
I'm talking about how the
ladies and
brain
gentlemen,
works.
let me tell you something about John. I'm gonna tell you something about John. Okay, I actually love conspiracy theories. It doesn't mean I believe in them, but I just love to do it. My favorite,
I'm
my
ultra
favorite
boring.
conspiracy. My favorite conspiracy right now is the Mandela effect. And you can't prove it, but you can't disprove it, right? But John's all giving me logic shit, and I was like, whoa, John, no, this is just one of my fun things. It's like, just don't say anything. Just let me have my Mandela effect.
You can
Just
have
let me have
whatever
it.
you like.
I just need to keep my Mandela effect.
No, but my point is when we actually understand how the brain works, nothing we feel absolutely about is what it seems. It's all I'm saying. And so it gets very muddled because, you know, all that postmodernist shit about, oh, it's all subjective is half true.
See what I'm talking about,
Half.
ladies and gentlemen?
Half true. But it's not absolutely true because we have things like the scientific methods, repeatability, prediction,
Oh my God.
etc., in order to actually confirm the difference between truth and fantasy.
Yeah. Well,
And so everything is constructed in our heads, but we can verify things against disproving things. So it's only half true.
yeah. Well, I'm of the mind that the only thing real is me and my thought, not even my body.
That's fine. That's fine. Descartes would approve.
I know.
the thing
Descartes.
is-
There you go.
The thing is, reality is now. History is always subjective to interpretation.
Yeah.
Even if you think you remember it correctly.
Well, there's a great article I found. There were two accounts of the same historical event in ancient Rome.
Oh, whoops.
And they were fundamentally contradictory to each other.
Yeah.
But they
Well,
describe
they've done experiments on that. They've done experiments on that. They've shown that. Like they've shown that. I've seen that with my science because I love my science.
But
I actually do love science.
subjective.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know, but it's don't tell that to the young ones. I think that you shouldn't be allowed to learn that kind of shit until you have a complete full brain, and then you can teach them. Because you start teaching that to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 year olds.
Oh
They
yeah.
get all wacky, and then next thing you know, they're standing on a train thinking the train can stop.
No, I agree with you. I
It
agree.
cannot, ladies and gentlemen. It cannot.
I agree with
No,
But
you.
it
none of us
can.
in
It'll
this
just
stream.
take some time. It'll
I,
probably go straight
yeah,
over
it
you,
will.
though.
It will. It will. It will run over the top. Run over the top for sure. For sure.
But
Oh
eventually, the
Lord,
train will stop. Trains stop all the time.
they do stop all the time. All right. See this? These logical thinking
No,
creatures.
no, I'm agreeing with you on this one.
Well, what's funny is like so when oh God, I just lost my train of thought because Drudge Report just like replenished itself and it says Biden set to win big in South Carolina. I don't believe that, ladies and gentlemen.
Does
The
it
poor
matter?
man.
Does it
Well,
matter?
I actually feel sorry for him at this point. Am I the only one that feels sorry for him? I think that he
Well,
literally needs.
I
feel,
literally
I,
don't care.
I feel sorry for him because I really have the feeling that this falls under the category don't make fun of your elderly and you're insane. And he qualifies for both.
No, infirm.
yeah,
I'm way
yeah.
infirm, not insane.
Of course, of course, science doesn't care about feelings. That's why science has done the most evil, nasty shit on earth. You know, that's why they
Yeah.
cut into the side of little children's mouths so that Pavlov could do experiments on them.
Yeah, that was pretty
So yeah,
sick.
of course they don't care. Some of the scientific studies that I've seen, it's woefully horrific. And there was one where they were doing these poor little monkeys, like to see what would happen if they didn't have somebody to hug them and stuff. Terrible
Yeah.
studies. And I was like, why do you got to do that? You don't have to do that. That's
Yeah.
horrible. That
Yeah.
doesn't help anybody. It doesn't, you know.
Yeah.
So. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. Science does not care about feelings. And the reason we have feelings is to stop science from being unethical.
Well,
Yeah.
there is that thing. I mean, you have to find a balance.
Yeah. And that's if you really think about it, this is what's beautiful about the human mind, right? It is this masterpiece because it has both emotion and logic. And it is this coupling of those two things that has elevated us above all others and propels us forward.
Yeah.
You know, the human mind is just a magnificent, magnificent thing. And I think right now, because we've allowed the SJWs and the feminists and the progressivists and the postmodernists to only use emotion, that the backlash is going to be bad, and it's just we had a happy balance, I think, for a little while, but then it just went to shit
Well, they
when the
use sophistry.
postmodernists came
I
in.
would say they use sophistry. They use
Yeah,
poorly
yeah,
constructed arguments that sound
yeah,
to the
yeah,
people who don't inquire deeply convincing,
yeah.
and that is their weapon.
Well, it is a weapon. It is like we're like I was here. Here's something, you guys. I was talking to John about how teenagers have to date now. So I have a teenager, and my sister has a teenager, and a lot of the teenage parents now, because it's such a volatile society, both the girl and the boy will have a chaperone. So when my daughter goes on a date, she has her father chaperone, and her boyfriend has his father there. And it has nothing to do with relations, but rather to make sure that the kid isn't like some psycho that's going to say that they gang raped and put it on Facebook just to get attention. Because that's the real problem our kids have to live with. They have to
Yeah.
live with one crazy little psycho kid ruining it for and there are some crazy psycho kids out there right now.
Oh, quite a
It's
few.
terrifying. And
Most of them are
so,
called
you know,
feminists, though, so
yeah,
they're
yeah,
easily
exactly.
spotted.
Yeah. Well, but not when you're teenagers. That's a little bit
No,
harder.
no,
You
no,
don't
because
know.
that's the danger of, well, things like socialism and feminism. You
Yeah.
want to be nice to people. You want to share with people.
Yeah.
Of course, you're in favor of equality. Of course, you want everyone to have the same as you do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But the
Yeah.
same
So,
means the same,
yeah,
not the same in this, but not in that. That's the problem.
well, it is. It's just a new kind of problem,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I'll give you a story, because this girl genuinely believed what she was saying to me, where I couldn't even believe it. So it was a relative. So this is firsthand knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. It's not some random story. Okay. She's only related by marriage, though, so not by blood. Okay. I don't take credit for her blood, but
You're
Anyway,
not to blame. That's what you're saying. You're not to blame.
she's absolutely bonkers. You would not be able to tell looking at her. She looks normal, right?
It's the
Uh,
eyes. It's the eyes. Look in the eyes.
you can't. But anyway, so in one case, she's driving down the freeway, right? She's driving down the freeway. They're going 70 miles an hour. She's in the passenger seat. Her boyfriend is driving. And they start yelling at each other, right? They start yelling at each other, which is stupid. You're not supposed to fight when you're driving.
Yeah.
He calls her a bitch.
Can I make a
She
guess? She opens the door.
no.
Oh, okay.
So she makes a fist and punches him in the face while he's driving on the freeway at 70 miles an hour. So what he did is he pushed her away, probably a little bit forceful, but I'm sorry, if I'm driving a vehicle going 70 miles an hour and somebody punches me in the face, I'm probably going to react to that, right?
Well, I'm sorry. If I'm punched in the face, I will react to that no matter what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, well, I understand that, but I'm saying it's a more heightened situation when you're
Yeah.
driving 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But then she goes and plays the victim online, right?
Well, she
And then
bullshit. She
this
hit
same
him.
girl, no, it gets worse. This same girl, now flash forward, she gets married to this dude, right? Marries this dude. Everything seems fine. She seems like she's normal. She cheats on him, right? She cheats on him. Okay. So, but she doesn't want to lose her husband. And he said, well, fine. Then you have to have sex with me right now. And she had sex with him willingly. But because afterwards she felt bad because he coerced her into it, right?
Yeah,
Because
so it's rape.
she cheated on him. She said it was rape. She went to the police. She went to the police to charge him with rape.
Yeah.
So this is what our teenagers have to look forward to.
Yeah, and this is the whole feminist narrative.
Yep.
It's like, doesn't matter what she did. It doesn't matter of any context.
And then, so I want to be fair. Let's be fair on male and female scale. Okay. So I also, my sister was in an abusive relationship, and that's never good. And the boy, he gave her a sustained, close to 40-minute beating. Gave her a concussion, and she ended up taking her own life. And because she took her own life, there was nobody to say that, this really happened, even though we had all the evidence and whatnot. And he just got away with it,
Yeah.
So it goes both ways. It's not. I'm not saying
This is the problem.
We're living in a society that does not have justice. We do not have justice right now.
We don't hold people accountable.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's because we went into this kind of group thing.
I mean, it's like I followed this libertarian online, right? And she would. Do you remember the incident where a woman talked her boyfriend into committing suicide?
Yeah.
And she got him into a car with carbon monoxide, and he got out, and she talked him back in. So we're not talking she just said stuff. She really, really pressured him into committing suicide. And this libertarian's like, oh, she did nothing wrong. It was him. And I'm like, fuck off. At this point, you are denying the abusiveness of the relationship.
Well, and that's the problem is that when we've got a lifetime restraining order on Devin's ex, right? And it's really hard to get. I think that I really would hope that all states would follow the Utah model, right? It's very difficult to get. But there's girls that will get a restraining order, but it's temporary, right? The only way to get a permanent restraining order is you have a temporary and then another temporary, and then you have to go 2 years without contacting that person, because so many men and women, they'll get restraining orders on one or the other and then they get back together.
Yeah.
And it's like they're locked in this cycle of, it's like people don't know how to have relationships.
Well, the problem is this, right? We have the generational issues. Abuse is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that people learn abuse from their childhood and find relationships as adults that conform to the abuse they learned as children. And sadly, this is a fact. It's not true for every child.
And say hi to your wife for me, mate.
It's not true of every child who's abused. Perhaps 1 in 10 is the figure I heard. But enough to perpetuate the cycle.
Yeah. It's sad. We do live in certain times. And I always, like I say, is that I feel blessed that I had the therapy that I had, because my older sister, who's now on the street and a drug addict, had one type of therapy, which was hospitalization, all that shit. Whereas I had this really expensive top psychiatrist that he talk therapy. We talked. Mm-hmm. And I think it really helped me is talk therapy. Just talking through it.
Sorry, can I just comment that apparently there's a huge gender difference there? That talk therapy really works for women, not so much for men.
And that's not true.
Well, with men, maybe they could do...
No. Listen, this is my job. It can work for men, but you have to adjust the way you talk. Men do talk, they just do it differently.
Okay, fair enough.
Then maybe no,
because this is the basic mistake I see a lot of my colleagues making. I even see the American Psychological Association making. They compare men to women when they compare how people talk, and that's the failure of it. Men do talk, but very differently. Yeah. Men don't say what's going on, but they'll hint at it. Yeah. And then you have to swerve around it and pick up the nuances. And if you pick up the right nuances, they will confirm it. That's how men share their problems. Yeah. If they're willing to share them, and once they go somewhere, they usually are. It's up to the listener to understand what's going on, but you always have to confirm. Men do talk. They just don't talk like women do.
Well, I heard this argument for the longest time. Men don't express their emotions. Okay. I've been into football since I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Go to football. Men express their emotions at the football. It's just in a fundamentally different way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how you educate girls and boys differently. # not all.
Yeah.
Majority, obviously. It's the same thing, because you get better results from boys if you incorporate highly intensive physical nature, highly intensive physical nature, lots of exercise, lots of actual building and building stuff that they like, not, building stuff that they don't like. So there is a difference there, but I do agree. I wish somebody could go back in time, but that's not possible, and really help my father. And then for that, I would like them to help my father's father,
Yeah,
my father's father. Yeah.
This is the problem. You have to recognize the abuse done to children.
Yeah.
And break the cycle. The problem we have at the moment is the lack of recognition of female abuse.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's very true. When I was in foster care, there were some really sick, screwed up little boys, and some of the shit they went through. Just I don't know how there's some of them I to this day don't know how they made it through. Just horrific cases. It's just bad. I just wish people were I don't know, like different. I just wish they were like different. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I had to say. So I probably should get going because I gotta clean the house, ladies and gents.
Woman.
I know.
I'm sorry, I had to make that joke, Hey, listen. People can't keep claiming that I'm a misogynist without doing so much misogynistic stuff from time to time.
There you go.
There
I'm gonna make a sandwich.
Well, listen, your hubby will be very pleased, but yeah, obviously.
No, he hates. No, I'm a shitty cook. Let's be honest. If I'm being nice to him, I don't make dinner. That's when I'm being nice. Oh, thanks for dinner.
Well, yeah,
honey.
that's possible too.
That. Yeah, no, he makes all his own dinner. Well, he gets home like at different hours, and it would just be awful. How am I gonna like feed the kids or myself on his schedule? It would be impossible. So that's what's good, I guess, ladies. If you find yourself, or is there only one lady? Or there's two? Is there?
No, I'm not sure. Anxious, are you still there?
Well, what you do is if you don't like to cook, all you got to do is find a what is it called when you're addicted to work? Workaholic. Then they don't expect you to cook.
Well,
if you can afford the takeout, it doesn't matter.
That is also true.
So I can cook a really good Thanksgiving dinner though, but I that's it. Oh, look at that. Someone's trying to call. There we go. Sorry, did everybody hear that? I hope not.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Anxious is still here. So we have 2 women in this chat.
3.
Well, okay, Toxic is still in the chat as well.
Toxic, yeah.
Basically, I'm not sure though, because I'm not sure if Green is a male or female character. Green?
Hey, do not assume anyone's gender.
Well, it's one or the other. That's about it.
I identify as the color red, so I'm neither male nor female.
Oh, I dated a really good cook once. That was awesome.
Where did he come from?
Like I can see, he was from Costa Rica.
Yeah, there you have it.
Give me there you have it. Come on.
Oh, it's Michael.
No, he was a really great cook.
That's Michael's point, though. There aren't good cooks in America. Well, he's from Costa Rica. Well, there you have it.
Oh, see, now they're being mean. I'm not that bad of a cook.
He is being mean.
For Christ's sake.
I disavow.
I can follow a damn recipe. But I'm not the best cook.
I've got to say this. Okay. When I was in my 20s, early 20s, I met an American for the first time.
Yeah.
And I heard about cheese in a can. I will not deny my jaw dropped. Cheese in a can? What's wrong with you people?
Oh, that is nasty stuff. That is nasty.
Yeah, I
But
know.
yeah, yeah. Well,
That's not a good look. Is all I'm saying.
okay, so I suck at cooking. Jesus friggin' Christ, man.
What's
Hey,
an
no,
That's
do I.
fine.
Now I'm curious. Green is male, but he identifies as an AR-10. I never understood how people can self-identify. To be honest, identity is
Hey,
given.
I'm red, so he's an AR-10. I'm the
Oh, it's a
colour red.
rifle, isn't it? Is the AR-10 is a smaller version of the AR-15, perhaps? I don't know. I'm not a gun person myself.
Well, it sounds like automatic rifle as the AR, but what do I know?
You know what? I can make really good enchiladas. There you go. I'm really good at enchiladas and hot sauce. There you go.
Hot sauce. Hot sauce. Okay. When I first heard about Hillary and her hot sauce, I'm
Oh,
going,
God.
what the fuck is that?
But that was pandering of the
No,
worst forms.
I'm going, what the fuck is that? I had never heard of that thing before. What is hot sauce?
What is this hot sauce? I love hot sauce. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just saying there's a lot better cooks than I am. And,
of course there are.
Like
but
a
there's
gazillion.
a lot worse. That's the
Well, no,
important lesson.
I think my dad's ninth wife, she was a really good cook. She lasted a week.
Ninth
Probably her
wife.
Oh,
Oh
dude,
yeah,
my dad.
wait a second. Multiple wives. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
No, not.
What? He got
no.
married and divorced 9 times.
Yes.
What the?
Yes, he got
The-
well,
the-
5
the
of them.
Marriage mean anything?
The expression
Five
is
of them
glutton
were
for
with my mom.
punishment or
My-
idiot who cannot learn a lesson.
No, my 5 of them were to my mom.
Okay, Richard Burton was a good role model.
I don't even know, like, that's why I always
Why?
had this rule. I don't know. I don't know
mean-
why he does what he does.
I mean, once you're divorced, right?
No.
Yeah.
Some people are addicted to each other.
Yeah, fair
Cannot
enough.
be with them.
Then stay
Cannot
married.
be with them. Cannot be without them.
Well, and I think in some weird way that I don't know. It's sad because he only acknowledged the children from my mother. You know? He has other kids, which is weird, but yeah, no, I don't know. He's just
Maybe he thought he
is.
was royalty. No, because this is how the old monarchs used to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we are at it for nearly 2.5 hours.
No!
So I'm going to call it quits.
No!
Yes, I have that power.
Yeah.
He does.
That's good, and I got to clean. So
Well, Saturday we'll try another stream on SOT streams because for now I don't want to close it down completely. And next Wednesday we will have a stream here. If you have a topic, people, that you want to have addressed, let me know. If you want to join, let me know. If not, John and I will probably think of something ourselves.
Don't drag me into this.
Okay, Modwain will think of something himself.
But I won't let Modwain stream alone, so there you go.
And I hope to see you all next week. Toxic, any last words?
yeah, everybody go to my channel and subscribe.
Yeah, she's the one. She's brilliant.
Twice as big as my channel. Here she
Toxic
comes
thread.
advocating for hers. Anyway, I'll
Not thread. She's brilliant.
yeah, she is. She is. And Heidi and Green Badger, thanks for joining us for this long. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope to see you all next time. Again, if you have criticism on anything we say, or you want to have a topic discussed or whatnot, always welcome. Criticism is always welcome. I do have some normal videos out, not as many as Toxic. She has way more than me. If anything you see you want to criticize or whatnot, please do.
And we'll ignore it.
No, we will do no such thing. We might not
No.
agree, but we
Don't
like.
let him suck in.
Yeah, we like to. I mean, this is not an echo chamber, or at least it shouldn't be. And well, those are my last words. John, anything?
Yeah. Lol.
Anyway, guys, this is me logging off, and the rest of them automatically as well. So.